Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Short Pit and NASCAR podcast. I'm your host, Kaleb and Chris. Alongside me, as usual, is my co-host, Chris Prince. Chris, how are you?
Well, I'm doing all right this week, sir. A little later than usual, but we'll make it. We'll get that episode out.
No, yeah, it's already Friday.
Yep.
Happy Friday to all of you. Usually we like to get these out on Wednesday, Thursday at the latest. Unfortunately, we get to you on Friday, but no big deal. All that means is we won't give Atlanta too much attention, too much of a recap. We're gonna try to focus a lot of this stuff on a lot of the off-track stuff that's happened in the last week. There's obviously a lawsuit going on, and we'll get into things going down in Austin, Texas, over at COTA, the first road course of the year, and we'll go from there. But let's get into Atlanta just a little bit. Congrats, Kyle Busch, winning a truck race. His third straight in a year.
Yeah.
For winning in Atlanta there. Hocevar gives him a giant push, and he goes ahead and gets his 68th truck win. Did I read that right?
Yep, 68th truck win. It was
cool.
insane.
Very cool. Those Spire trucks were certainly
Strong.
on one. And then in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, look at that. I got it right in the first try.
Look at you.
You had a first-time winner after 15 second-place finishes. Sheldon Creed gets it done in the 00 Haas Factory Team Chevrolet. There's a battle between his former teammate Austin Hill and Ross Chastain on the final lap. Chastain wipes out Hill, and Sheldon Creed is right there to take advantage. You can call it luck all you want, but Sheldon Creed's had on the other end of that luck about 15 times.
Yep.
So good for him. Good for the 00. Wanted to give Sheldon Creed some props, and I'll give it a minute so we can kind of talk about it if you want. Sheldon Creed win number one.
I liked it. I loved that race. You've heard me probably say it a few times last season. I liked the O'Reilly series. They just put on a good race more often than not, depending on where the track is, really. But it was a good race. Like, I got what I wanted out of it. We've made it very clear, with Austin Hill being a repeat terrorist of the week around here before, how we feel about Austin Hill's driving. So it was awesome to see him get a taste of his own medicine, and then to see Sheldon Creed get the win was just that much better.
And then Austin Hill goes and celebrates with Sheldon Creed and victory lane. I'm like, what?
Yeah, why? Well, the way he left RCR, Sheldon Creed did, was just horrible. Like, Andy Petrie, the competition director, was calling him out on pit road that he was leaving and going to
Austin Hill's like, I can't wait. Like,
yeah, can't wait till he's gone. And now that he's winning, he's over there in victory lane celebrating with him. I'm like, yeah, that's NASCAR, I guess. Everybody except for Joey Logano tends to be a little two-faced.
Seriously. But yeah, Sheldon Creed win number one. How cool is that? Let's get to Atlanta, the Cup Series race, the Echo Park Speedway, the Auto Trader 400.
Yeah.
Tyler Reddick, your winner. I had to think about it. He goes back to back. There was a lot of wrecks. There was a lot of chaos in it all.
Yes.
I don't have too much to say about the race as a whole. It was your quintessential Atlanta race these days.
Yeah.
Solid finish, a lot of fun. A lot of wrecks, a lot of moments. SVG gets a top 10 on an oval.
Dude, drifting through the infield. That's not something you're supposed to do at Atlanta.
Larson comes from like 3 lanes above him, and SVG gets a face full of 5.
Yeah, he's like, nah, I'm just gonna skid through this infield grass and not blow my front end off like Sam Mayer did at the end of the O'Reilly race.
And he goes and parks it in the top 10. I believe it was a P6, so damn near a top 5.
Yeah, Reddick's, the only thing that I noted here was Reddick's win on Sunday. It was the 7th time in the last 20 races a driver who started first went on to win. That's really the only fact, and you can thank NASCAR Insights for that.
Briscoe comes from the back, 34th to finish second.
For Briscoe, he's a sneaky plate guy. Like, he's really good at Talladega. He hasn't got the win there, but he's always consistently like in the top 5, top 10. So it's kind of cool to see him finally being able to do that in good equipment.
But SVG lands the top 10. I don't have a ton.
It was Atlanta, like
Yeah.
you said. It's become. I think what the big thing I saw was is Atlanta starting to become a handling track again. Like people are talking about it being a handling track because of the races, and it was just a good weekend, start to finish. I think it was a good cap on the weekend of races. So, not much to talk about other than the fact it was a good race.
There is one thing to talk about.
Ooh.
This guy has been in the podcast circles, the main topic of conversation all week. You know him, you might love him, you might not care for him. Carson Hocevar, driver of the number 77 Spire Motorsports Chevrolet, is kind of getting a reputation around, and not a good one. If you remember, I believe it was the second to last restart. He tries to split the medal with Seabell and I think it was Bubba.
Yep.
And the hole was not there.
Not there.
The hole wasn't going to be there.
Not clear.
Hocevar shoves his nose in there anyway, and the 20 goes into the wall. This is not the first time that Hocevar has done things like this. I don't know if he had any acts of terror at Daytona.
I don't remember.
I don't know if he pissed anybody off in that one. I don't think he pissed anybody off in trucks. He was actually pushing Kyle Busch to the win in that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we know Carson Hocevar's reputation. He's going to press the issue. He's going to force the issue. And drivers are not a fan. Well, what's your take on the Hocevar bulldozer, the aggressiveness? At what point does aggressiveness turn into being an idiot, or has it already? Yeah. Just kind of your breakdown on the 77 Hocevar and where he kind of stands among the garage right now.
You kind of hit it on the head. A lot of people aren't happy about it. I've seen like Richard Petty talking about it. I've seen like other legends. I think it's coming to the point now where we're just going to gripe about it and have to accept Carson for Carson. It's kind of going to be like Richard said, he's got tons of speed. He just needs to learn how to drive a race car correctly. It's kind of like what Richard Petty said in the video I watched. And I think that's right. Like he needs to use his skills in a better way because he's got the skills clearly. It's just he's using them wrong. But I think I know people have said it. He's senior made over. He's senior made over. It's going to come to a point where he's either going to get put in his place by a veteran driver, or we're just going to have to suck it up and deal with Carson Hocevar being an aggressive driver like we had to eventually deal with, Dale Sr. He's going to wreck you. He's going to turn your driver. Like at some point, the way his reputation's going anyway, that's how you feel. That's how I feel about him. I like him, though. He went on his social medias. Like, I like his personality. Maybe not so much the driver just yet, but went on his social media, was like, I'm just here to race. I just want to race. And, like, I can respect the guy who wants to race as much as I hate Joey Logano. At least he's upfront about it. He's like, I'm here to win. I'm not here to make friends. So
I'm not a fan of the personality. I want to be.
Yeah.
I want to support the happy-go-lucky aggressiveness. I want to like the guys like Ross Chastain. I want to like prime Ross Chastain when he was beating and banging into people. But yeah, something about it just comes off as like, I don't want to say disrespectful, but it comes off as like you don't care enough.
Yeah.
And like you should care a little bit about being a good teammate and racing the right way. And growing up, my favorite NFL quarterbacks were the ones who did things the right way.
Way.
You didn't go and bitch to the media all the time. You didn't skip practice. You didn't cuss out your coaches. You went up, you acted like a professional, and you went home.
Yep.
My friends have a hashtag Kaleb hates fun anytime that an athlete does something that could be considered a little unprofessional, a little bit unadult. And Carson Hocevar is, I believe, a year and a half younger than me, and I'm only going to be 24 next week. So I don't mean to be, shaking my finger at a guy who's 18 months younger than me.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like it comes off as smug. It comes off as douchey. Anytime I hear him talk, like it feels authentic, but it feels authentically douchey.
He's a little more douchey than Logano. I'll give you that. I can definitely give you that.
Well, I wasn't around for prime Logano. Logano right now, I'm sure, is a far cry from the douche he used to be. And
Correct.
he's a douche now. Don't get me wrong. But I was just Hocevar just talks like a kid who's never gotten punched in the face, who's never got what was coming to him, who never, hasn't earned his stripes yet as far as what being aggressive can get you. Like Ross Chastain in 2022, 2023 was doing a lot of the same things.
Yeah.
And somewhere along the line got put in his place.
Yeah.
Because he had to in order to be a respectable race car driver. Now nobody in the field really says, "Oh, fuck, Ross Chastain, he's a wreck magnet. He's a weapon." What do you hear on driver radio every week? That 77's a freaking weapon, dude.
He's been bulldozing through us. Like it's literally every week now.
Not the reputation you want.
No.
Not the kind of racing I enjoy. But you can see my gear right now. I'm an Alex Bowman guy. He doesn't really shove people out of the way to
listen.
Maybe he should. I don't know. But
I'm in that boat with you because I think we could have that conversation about Chase too. Like maybe he should become a little more aggressive here and there. I don't know that I like the racing, right? Like I said, I don't like the driver so much as I maybe like the personality because that personality puts eyes on the sport. And I'm always here for eyes on the sport. But I guess I can agree with you on the on-track things. Like he's a little smug when he talks. He's always got that fake-ass smile on his face.
Yeah,
like,
shit-eating grin.
Yeah, the shit-eating grin. That's a good way to put it. He's just always got that on his face. And then, again, I'll give him this. He's not going to sugarcoat it for you. He's like Logano. He's like, I'm not here to make friends with anybody. I'm just here to win races. And I'm like, but you should. You should make at least
a hard way to live.
Yeah, you should make a few.
Who's going to push you at the end of the race?
Exactly. And Junior kind of said that too. Junior's like, he may not see it right now, but there's going to be a driver down the line that has nothing to lose and is like, I'm going to teach him a lesson finally. I have nothing to lose. And then it's going to cost him, and he's going to be like, dang.
I'm shocked Ricky didn't do it last year.
I know. I was waiting on that. And Mr. Hendrick will make the boss call. That's what's going to happen. He's going to call every
That's when the 5 turns into a weapon after he's 3 laps down after a wreck,
That's right. You wrecked a 5 when he's 3 laps down. We're going to call Mr. Hendrick's call Inspire on Monday. We're gonna rain this wild man down.
But I mean, yeah, it puts eyes on the sport. People love to talk about him, and as we did, Denny's like, I don't want to give it too much attention because I think he likes it.
Yeah.
But I hope one of these days somebody shoves him in the wall and it works, and he calms down a little bit because he's got all the speed in the freaking world. He's going to win a race probably this year at some point. But it's a hard way to live, and I really hope that this kind of racing isn't rewarded.
I don't know that it will be. Like we've seen it in the past. Like they let them race to a certain extent, but if it's blatant, we kind of saw that with Austin Dillon a couple of years ago. You can see that it was blatant. I think NASCAR will step in. If there's any debate, though, then the fans are going to run wild with it because that's what we do as fans. So,
yeah, his fan base is a bunch of freaking sycophants, dude. But all right, let's get into the awards. Let's start with the driver of the week. Chris, who was your driver of the week this week?
It probably won't work because my computer's so slow, but I put a link in there for Roger Ruth in the O'Reilly race. Dude drifted around turns 3 and 4 and came out straight at the end of the turn. It might have been 1 and 2. I can't really tell, and I can't remember from watching it. But the move was just spectacular. The car control like he had was super awesome just to see that. And he did that twice. He did that a few laps later, too, because I was watching him. He just drifted out of the corner. Like, you could just tell his tires were gone. He's in that ride part-time. He's not racing full-time in that 88, so he's making his mark. I'm with it. I like what I saw from Raja last week.
And where did he end up finishing?
I think he was. Let's see. I didn't look at the finish. That move is what got me. Like immediately, I told my wife, I was like, "That's gonna be
eighth.
Top 10. There you go. Came home with a
Also
top
a
10.
23-year-old.
There you go. A little. I think you would like. Have you followed Raja?
Oh yeah. Oh,
I love Raja. He's a cool dude.
My driver of the week. God, it's hard to say anyway, but Tyler Reddick. I mean, driving up there with a broken freaking fender and winning the race.
I didn't see that.
I mean,
didn't see that happening.
Chase Elliott, 5.5 P11's not a bad day. Bubba Wallace, P2, P1, and then ended up with a P8's not a bad day. A lot of solid points days down the board. But Reddick is absolutely crushing it right now.
Yeah.
And he's got the highest average finish at COTA. So he could very well go 3 in a row.
Let's just hope he doesn't do like Christopher Bell and not win another race for, 6
Until
months.
Yeah. Your terrorist of the week. I'm going Carson Hocevar.
I like it.
Like, dude, again, we talked about it.
Yeah.
The hole wasn't there. It wasn't going to be there.
No.
And you wrecked Seabell for no reason.
No reason. I'm going a little different. The truck race ending, the broadcast. We've up and down, Fox's broadcast. Please get Jamie Little off as a play-by-play caller. I have nothing against Jamie Little as a pit reporter, but she should not be a play-by-play NASCAR announcer. She had no enthusiasm for that truck finish. Like, it was just monotone, like a school book was being read. Oh, look at that. Kyle Busch wins another race. And I'm just like, oh, God, why are we not?
This is going to be his only win all year. Can we get a little?
Yeah, like, can we get a little bit here? And then, like, you have the O'Reilly series a little later, and you've got Parker Kligerman, Jamie McMurray, and, like, that booth is awesome to watch. Like, it just makes it better because the race is going to be good, and then you've got good announcers calling the race. So, like, I would love to see a better set of announcers for that truck race. I don't know if we're going to get it, but Jamie Little's my terrorist of the week for ruining that.
Oh, good. There you have it. There's the awards. All right, let's get into some miscellaneous stuff before we get to COTA. Keelan Harvick signs a development deal, not with Chevy,
no,
not with Ford,
no,
with Toyota. How old is Keelan Harvick? Is he like even 10 yet?
13.
13?
Yep.
Long-time driver deal to Toyota Racing Development. That's a big deal. That's a really big deal. He's probably the hottest prospect in all motorsports right now.
Yeah.
Coming through the ranks. He's winning everything. He's going head-to-head with his dad.
Yeah.
Winning in all sorts of stuff. Him and Brexton Busch are coming up in the world, but Keelan gets the deal.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts?
I like it. I think it's crazy fumble on Ford and Chevy's part. Like, you had Harvick was pretty loyal to Chevy, but Harvick's also the type of guy who's going to let Keelan make his own decisions and kind of guide him. So I'm sure Kevin had something to do with it, but I think it's smart on Toyota because right now, minus maybe Taylor Gray in the O'Reilly series, you don't have very many promising young Toyota developmental drivers. Like, even if
Corey Heim's going to be in Cup next year.
Yeah, I mean, Corey Heim, that's it. You put Corey Heim, and then after that, you could maybe make an argument for Taylor Gray. And he's still not won in the O'Reilly series yet. So I don't even know that you really have a second behind Corey Heim at this point. It's just, why did Chevy let him go? Because Harvick was always like a big Chevy guy. I know when Haas was going to move to Ford, there was talks that Harvick was going to leave Haas and go find a Chevy ride. So, like, that one was a little shocking to me. But I think what you need to keep in mind here is you kind of touched on Brexton. You've got Kelly Earnhardt Miller's son, Wyatt. He's coming up too. You're going to have Larson's son and his daughter races. So, like, you're going to see these names that we see now for probably the next 15 years, 20 years in racing if they all pursue that career. And I think that's pretty cool to see.
Yeah, a lot of these kids have talent, and not all of them are Nepo babies.
They got good parents raising them too, like good drivers, I should say. Not like we've talked about before. They're not just going to get sponsorship money, and their parents are going to be like, put them in a cup ride. Like Harvick and Busch are going to be like, nah, don't put him in a cup ride just yet.
But we do have a Nepo baby to talk about.
Oh.
I don't know if you know this, Chris, but there was another session of NASCAR going down. Joe Gibbs Racing files a lawsuit restraining order against former Denny Hamlin crew chief and former competition director, or so they called it, Chris Gabehart. They allege that Gabehart stole trade secrets, valuable information from Joe Gibbs Racing in his last year there. Put it all in a file on his computer called Spire, and brought it over with him. He was taking pictures of his phone screen, of setups, and all this fun stuff. Really pissed off coach. And now the racing director over at Spire, I believe he was a competition director or something like that. I think that was his official title. He's in hot water. He's under fire. Yep. And obviously the Gabehart side of things, he's alleged that the job title that he was given as competition director of JGR was not true. He was mostly put on the 54 team. He wasn't on the 54 team. He explicitly had no input on the 54 team because Coach Gibbs was giving the Ty Gibbs team preferential treatment, quote unquote. Yep. And it's just a whole catastrophe. It's a whole wild thing. Have you been following any of this?
Yeah.
What's kind of your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I mean, you touched on it. Another Nepo baby to talk about. I think it's been interesting because of the way that Gabehart just came out and threw everything in the wind. He's like, screw it. He was like, I'm done. You're going to slander me. Well, let me go ahead and slander you guys a little bit too. But it's a lot of things that we've kind of speculated, like what's up with Ty Gibbs? Why isn't he winning races? Now you kind of know. Grandpa's giving him special treatment and letting him miss meetings and, practices and things like that he should be doing to be a part of the team, an active part of the team. And it shows on Sundays. So, I mean, I think it's going to get, I don't know if it's going to get too dirty, not like NASCAR versus the teams we saw, but I think it'll wind up maybe getting a little bit, spicy or fun to watch or keep up with. After that, they're probably going to settle. He'll probably go to Spire. He'll get to keep his job at Spire at some point, but they want him. Yeah, and a fine. He basically came out and said they didn't move his medical coverage over either. So he's had medical claims denied because Joe Gibbs didn't put him into like Cobra healthcare coverage when they fired him. Like, it's getting kind of interesting just hearing them say like some of the things that Chris Gabehart said on that end. Because you look at Joe Gibbs and you're like, Hendrick, right? Like that's a primo organization. Like it's ran well from top to bottom.
It's a three-headed monster, Hendrick, Penske, and them.
Yeah, you would think that those organizations are ran well from top to bottom. And now when family gets involved, you can obviously see it doesn't.
Yeah. How does it impact your view on Ty Gibbs?
Maybe it makes it a little worse. He was kind of just one of those guys where I didn't care about him. Like he was going to be there. He might be in the top 5, top 10, but he wasn't competitive for the wins late in the race. So he's probably just a little worse on my list now, just hearing that he's a lazy Nepo baby, essentially, like just wants to be there.
Well, a lot of those things came out. A lot of things probably came to fruition at Loudon when he was blocking Denny and Bell and almost costed both of them.
Yeah, costed both of them. Like, be a good teammate. Like, that's your future. That team is your future, arguably. Even if you don't do anything as a driver, you would want that team to be successful, you would think, at least. He owns the 54 Xfinity team, or O'Reilly. See, I did it. I messed it up this week. He owns that team. Straight up, like Coach Gibbs is just like, no, here you go. We're going to give this to you. You can build it in the shop and run everything out of our shop, but this is now yours. Let me just give you a team. Like, it's probably not super profitable, but here you go. Here's you a Raleigh team to run, even though you can't win in the Cup Series.
Yeah, I don't know if Ty Gibbs is ever going to win a Cup Series on not a super speedway.
Yeah.
Like, he's getting to that territory. Like, I know he's still good at road courses. He's going to be a threat this weekend, as much of a threat as anybody. But
Yeah.
not great things coming out of JGR. One good Toyota news to more bad Toyota news. It's just, we'll see. NASCAR can't stay out of court, but
puts him down there with like Austin Dillon. Even then, he's like
Yeah.
probably below Austin Dillon because at least Austin's a race-winning driver at this point.
we'll see. I'm really regretting saying that he was going to win multiple races the other year, but one of the last couple bits of information here. Fox says no more full screen commercials during green flag racing. Why wasn't this a thing sooner?
Yeah, exactly. That was the exact thought I had when I saw it. It's been needed now for heck at least 2 years. You could go further, but that's going to immediately help the broadcast for Fox because that was a big complaint. We had a full screen commercial every 10 laps. It felt like.
Like, sure, the half screen is annoying.
Yes.
Sure, whatever. But would you rather be at Atlanta and every time they go to a commercial, you miss a wreck?
Yeah. Talladega, same thing, like same difference, right? Like now at least you can see the wreck. You may not be able to hear it because you're listening to the commercial, but at least you can see it. It's kind of showed too, like from the viewer numbers I was looking at, most of Fox's viewership is up like just a little here and there from like the 500 and even Atlanta last week for the trucks and the Cups.
And I believe they're on Big Fox again
Yes.
this weekend for COTA. And then after this, they're going to be on FS1 for a little bit.
Yeah. But we'll see how it happens or what happens with FS1 numbers and stuff because I feel like it's a little less mainstream. You start to see those viewership numbers drop, but I still like if I'm a NASCAR fan, which I am, obviously, I love seeing what I see. Like the viewership's up. There's people talking about us that haven't been talking about us. You know, ESPN's covering stuff. Tyler Reddick was on Monday Night Raw doing burnouts with CM Punk. So, you know.
And then he was talking to Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah, there you go. So we've got NASCAR back in somewhat of a mainstream type of media, you could argue maybe, and that's cool.
Yep, just got to keep pushing that envelope. Got to keep trying to get there. We got to try to win back a lot of those eyeballs that we lost over the years, and we're certainly making progress. All right, lower series stuff. What do we got? Dario Franchitti. Dario Franchitti is competing for Tricom this weekend at the St. Petersburg Road Course. St. Pete, as you might call it. He's an IndyCar champ, a 3-time winner of the Indy 500, and a very experienced road racer in other words.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on Franchitti?
I don't know. It's cool to see that like the IndyCar crossover sometimes, right? Like I just don't think he's going to do very much. Those trucks are heavy. They're very heavy compared to what he's used to racing. I feel like it's not going to whip around that road course. Now he could surprise me and, finish in the top 5, top 10. But I mean, other than the excitement of the name, I don't know that there's much you can hope for performance-wise because it's just not been good for a lot of them.
Have they run that before?
I don't think so. I think this is the first year for the trucks because they're doing the IndyCar crossover again because IndyCar's there at St. Pete too this weekend. Gotta love that.
Yeah, starting this year, St. Petersburg down in Florida. Looks like a street course of some kind. Yeah.
Why we put? I mean, I like it in a way because you get the crossover with Indy. There's more eyes, but you could have put a better series down there.
Coverage starts at noon on Fox. Big Fox?
Big Fox for the trucks? Please tell me we've got another play-by-play announcer. Oh, gosh.
You flying Mike Joy from fucking St. Pete to COTA? Is that what we're doing?
Just go get me Lee Diffie at this point. We'll
Lee
just go get
Diffie,
Lee.
yeah. The Olympics are over, so.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it doesn't tell me who the broadcaster is or if they're on Big Fox, but
Yeah.
it seems like they're going to be on Big Fox.
Well, okay then. I mean, we just talked about my feelings for the broadcast group on that. Hopefully the race is good at least.
Yeah, that'd be great. And then what do we have here? Ram is going with Colin Braun in the 25 truck, who is another solid road racer who was friends with Dinger. So there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. A Dinger friend making the rounds. All right. Austin, Texas, COTA. My favorite road course on the schedule, I think. I think provides the most entertaining racing of them all. I think last I checked, it's going to be 5% chance of rain out there in Austin, Texas this weekend. So very good. We won't have the catastrophe that was the debut of this road course. On Sunday, you're going to be a high of 83 degrees, 0% chance of rain. Same thing for Saturday. So there you go. Obviously, the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series is going to be racing there as well. Going to have a lot of Cup Series guys' names there, I assume. I think I read somewhere that all the Trackhouse guys are running it.
Yep, all of them. Literally.
Very good. Very good indeed. Expectations for COTA. It's going to be, I think it's going to be as exciting as it usually is. I'm usually a big fan of how COTA races. I think it's a pretty solid product for a road course. It's the only road course where SVG doesn't put belt to ass.
Yeah.
Talking about his COTA finishes. In 2 races, he's got a P20 and a P6.
So, yeah. That's I mean, he's going to be good, but like you said, it's not one where he puts belt to ass, and that's kind of refreshing to watch.
And maybe he will. Maybe he'll get it, but
we'll come over next week and be like, well, we were completely wrong. SVG made COTA a snooze fest. I'm like you. I think COTA is a good road course. It's probably not my favorite. I actually like the Glen a little better just because I've been a fan of the sport a little longer and I've kind of grown with the Glen, watching the Glen. But I do like COTA. It's definitely second. Sonoma's third for me. If we're going to talk road courses, COTA puts on a good product.
Sonoma was right there with like the Roval for me. Like,
yeah.
Ugh.
Now that that's gone, Sonoma's last. I mean, the street course in San Diego, I don't have no judgment on, so I'm hopeful for that. That'll be cool to see, at least the scenery. That'll be pretty neat to see because they're racing on the Air Force Base. But yeah, I'm with you. I think COTA is going to be overall a good race or a good weekend, hopefully from start to finish. Hopefully the O'Reilly series don't screw it up with a stupid move or something.
Yeah, that'd be great. All right, let's get into DraftKings, the unofficial sports book of Short Pit. Belly Up doesn't have like a sponsorship with a sports book, right? That could infringe.
Nope, you're good. Nothing we need to worry about infringing upon.
Good. All right, matchups. As if you're new here, what we like to do is we like to get into DraftKings. We go through the props, which include head-to-head matchups and group winners. And we have a couple parlays here this weekend that are pretty fun. So we'll give our thoughts on those. But first things first, get into these matchups. Tyler Reddick versus William Byron.
Ooh, that's a good one. I'm going to go with Reddick just because he does have that higher finishing average.
Byron's the favorite, minus 150.
Dang.
I don't think you can go wrong either way. Both these guys are really good here. But I'll take Reddick on hot streak. Kyle Busch versus Ross Chastain. You can huff and puff about Busch all you want. This 8 car has shown up on road courses lately.
It's crazy. Like, you don't expect Richard Childress Racing to be good on road courses.
That seems to be the only thing their cup cars get at.
Yeah, recently. Screw it. Rowdy's going to outrace Ross Chastain this week. Why not? I'll put some blind faith in
Chase Elliott's going to get payback on Ross for last year.
Yep, that's right. We're going to pay back.
Bomb turn 1.
I like it. Send him into
Chase
the ground.
Briscoe versus Ty Gibbs.
Yeah, I'm taking Briscoe, even though Gibbs is probably the better road racer in that sense. I just like Briscoe better.
There's no momentum on that 54.
None.
And SVG versus Zilich. I'll give it to SVG. I think Zilich needs a little bit more soak time.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I think
But I think eventually he'll still a road course win eventually.
Those road course battles are going to be fun. I think eventually. I'm with you, though. He needs a little more seat time.
All right. Groups. Group A. Seabell, Byron, Reddick, Larson.
Ooh, I don't think you go wrong with any of them, but I'm still going to go with Reddick there.
Reddick's plus 300.
Dang.
Seabell's plus 185, Byron 230, Larson 320.
Yeah. Give me Reddick.
Larson's too chaotic for this, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, can't go with Larson on a road course because he could come out and put belt to ass, but he could come out and be mediocre. So,
Group B, Briscoe, Elliott, Busher, Chastain.
I like Busher. Don't get me wrong, I'm a homer most often, but I like Busher at COTA.
We're in lockstep. I'm with Busher as well. Group C, Busch, Dinger, Gibbs, McDowell.
Does Dinger have a good car under him? Like reliable car under him? Probably not.
Let's assume.
Ah, God. That one's tough. McDowell's in better equipment, I think. Give me Rowdy, though. I'm just going to stick with Rowdy. He's got a good average here.
Yeah, P5 last year.
Yeah.
Dinger. He finished 30th last year. I wonder what happened.
Wreck or mechanical failure, I'd imagine. No.
Dinger at COTA. P30 last year, P6 the year before, P34 the year before, and I had an accident. So COTA can be hit or miss.
Even for the Dinger.
And Group D, I mean, listen. They made him the favorite, but I still find this group a little disrespectful to put him in this class of guys on road courses specifically. On ovals, Bowman would be a little out of his weight class. On road courses, I think he's comfortably better than Blaney, Logano, and Hamlin on road courses.
Yeah.
And that's the group. Bowman, Blaney, Logano, Hamlin.
I don't like Hamlin. Blaney's mid at best on a good day at a road course, and I'm kind of the same with Logano. I just feel like he's mid at best. Yeah, no.
And Bowman's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I like Bowman on the road course,
especially here.
Yeah,
there's only one driver with a better average finish at COTA than Bowman.
Yeah,
it's Tyler Reddick.
I'm going with that's crazy. Is he the favorite?
Yeah, plus 185.
I was going to say he better be in that group because
he's the heavy favorite.
Yeah, I don't like any of those in that group as a road course racer besides him.
Hopefully he gets it done. I've been waiting for forever.
A COTA win would be cool. Chase got that one, the first one, that rain shortened.
At what point do we consider Bowman a road course racer if he wins at COTA and then at some point wins at Sonoma, at some point wins at the Glen?
He gets one or two. I think he gets 2 or 3 more. You can start to put him in that conversation. He got the Chicago one.
And he's always running well here.
Yeah, 3 or 4 road course wins puts you in that ringer category, in my opinion.
Okay, let's go to the parlays that they got for us. Superstar Showcase. Back these star drivers to all finish top 10 at COTA. Byron, Larson, Elliott, Hamlin, plus 2133. No.
We talked on it. Yeah.
Hamlin's not finishing top 10.
Yeah, and Larson's too unpredictable. So I'm not confident in that one. No thanks.
Not one, not two. Back Tyler Reddick to win his 3rd race in a row to start the season, plus 1,500. Not a bad bet.
No, not a bad bet. That's one of those where, like you said last week, you throw $5 or $10 down. That's a good, plus money type of bet right there.
Trackhouse ladder. Back these drivers of Trackhouse Racing to finish the ladder at COTA. SVG to win, Zilich to finish top 5, Ross to finish top 10, plus 675.
It's not bad. It's not a bad one.
I'd rather flip Chastain and Zilich, but
yeah, same. I'd rather flip those. I just think Zilich is gonna need a little more experience, like a little more.
Expected excellence. Back all the favorites to be the top finisher for their respective manufacturer. SVG, top Chevy. Busher, top Ford. Seabell, top Toyota, plus 1020. Don't hate that.
No, I don't hate that. Bell might be the only question, but even then, I don't hate that. I would probably still put a little on that one.
It's totally Kyle. Back the Cup Series champ to wheel his way into a win at COTA. Kyle Larson to win, plus 1600.
I don't like that. I think Larson will be competitive if he doesn't wreck, but I don't know that he's going to win.
Carson's ambition. Back Carson Hocevar to will his way to a top 10 finish at COTA, plus 450. There's worse bets you could have.
The way worse. He'll will his way to top 10, if anything. You can.
He finished 13th last year.
Yeah. He's got a front bumper. If the front bumper is still there, I'm sure he'll will his way into a top 10.
So yeah, a P13 and a P22 here in 2 races at COTA.
Yeah.
That's it for that.
I'm good with it.
The winning car, Trackhouse Racing, is a favorite, minus 165. Hendrick Motorsports, plus 425. Gibbs, plus 500. 2311, plus 1500.
That's crazy.
That's all Reddick. Bubba's not winning.
No. He's getting better, but he ain't winning.
A Bubba road course win would be fucking insane.
His fan base would literally riot. Like, you would see Bubba's fan base just come out of nowhere. If he
BR would like hack his way onto this recording. Just
he's gonna get his flowers for Bubba next week if Bubba wins at COTA. Oh gosh.
But that's it for that. Let's get into our eliminator picks. Last week, I think you won. Yeah, Daniel Suarez had a top 10 finish at Atlanta last week, if I remember correctly.
I like it. I'll take it.
Yeah, he finished 5th. Kyle Busch finished 15th. Nope. Where the hell did Kyle Busch finish? 34th? Really?
Yeah.
34th? Did he? I don't remember him wrecking.
I was going to say, was he in a wreck? Did his car break? Maybe?
Oh, he did wreck. He hit the inside wall, remember?
Oh, yeah.
He drove over Gragson, and Gragson punted him.
Yeah. Gragson
was like, I thought he finished in the top 10.
No.
But, yeah, you got the dub this week. It's now 1-1. And if you folks remember, we cannot use these drivers again. I can't use Kyle Busch again. You can't use Kyle Busch either because you used him at Daytona.
Yep.
I can't use Ricky, not that I would here.
No.
And you can't use Suarez. No. So it's 1-1. I lost, so I guess I'm going first. Who's a guy at... Who's a guy at COTA that I probably won't use again?
Kind of what I was looking at earlier.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because you could go easy and get an early, easy win, but then you're going to take one of your ringers out of the question for later.
Yeah, and there's so many road courses. You know what? I don't think it's going to get any better for Tyler Reddick than it is now.
Might as well.
I'll take him. Did I just steal your move?
No, man, this one's tough.
But you gotta get my logic right. Like,
yeah,
it's not going to get any better for Reddick. Where else am I going to use him that I wouldn't take like a Denny Hamlin? That I wouldn't take a Bubba? That I wouldn't take a guy of his echelon? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that. I like Reddick, but I'm going to keep him for right now. Give me this week. I'm going to just go ahead and knock out Ty Gibbs and get him off my list.
Not bad.
No, I'm kind of tired of Ty Gibbs, so we'll go ahead and get him off the list.
Obviously, Reddick has the. Oh, I guess I was wrong. Reddick does not have the highest average finish here at COTA. Oh wait, maybe if you include 2021, he does. If you don't, then it's William Byron. But Ty Gibbs in 3 races here, P34, P3, P9. You're going to be competitive.
Top 10, maybe. Again, I can take it.
But Reddick has yet to finish outside of the top 10 besides 2021.
Yeah. We're both going to be competitive this week.
Yep, for sure. Alrighty. Well, it is 8:47. Any parting words for the folks at home?
I'm going to try to get some power rankings out today if I can.
No, nice.
I'm not going to guarantee it, but that'll probably be it for me. Just going to enjoy some racing this weekend.
Oh, yeah. Got to enjoy St. Pete. Going to enjoy COTA.
Yep.
And we'll be back next week to preview the first oval, or the first short track oval down there in Phoenix. It'll be my birthday weekend.
Woo!
So, returning nice Jeff Gordon, 24.
I like it.
Any advice for upcoming 24-year-old?
No.
Actually, we wait for that. We wait for next week when I'm actually.
Yeah, we'll talk next week. That'll give me some time to think. Because right now, no advice.
No advice whatsoever.
Yeah, no. At 24, I was 2 kids and about to be 3 kids in. So
I couldn't imagine having one, dude.
No, yeah, it's nothing yet. Let me think on that one a little harder. I'll give you
23 was a freaking hellscape for me. I'm excited for 24.
I understand that completely. My birthday's not till May, so.
Yeah, what race is your birthday weekend?
Oh, that's it's either the All-Star or the 600, depending on when they're doing that. Let's look. Because it's always been kind of that
Pulling it up.
Schedule every year since I was like a kid. It's
When's your birthday?
May 18th.
It's the day after the All-Star race.
So yeah, it's either the All-Star race or the 600 normally, depending on how the schedule rolls.
So you'll be celebrating your birthday watching that. I guess they announced the All-Star race format, but I don't want to spend too much time on it.
Yeah, we can talk about it closer to time because I don't know how Dover's going to be for this format. Again, we'll probably talk about it later when it comes closer, but I'm just not too overly excited about a Dover All-Star race.
Nope, I like Dover, the Cup race with points.
Yes. I don't need no, I'm good.
Like, Nashville's right there.
Why? Yeah. Please. Anything at this point. You did Bristol during COVID. Take it back to Bristol at this point. Either way, I mean.
Give us a third Charlotte Oval race.
Yeah. I'm good with it at this point. Put the All-Star race back on the Charlotte Oval. Just anything. Anything's better than. I don't know. Maybe Dover will surprise us. We'll see. I'm not confident, though.
I hate that we lost it as a points race. That was Bowman's bread and butter right there.
Yeah, that was a good track. Chase always did good at Dover too. So
the Hendrick Playground.
Yeah, Hendrick Playground, and it sucks. That's why they took it. They're out to get us Hendrick fans. It's completely what it is.
For sure. But thank you all for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you comment your thoughts, repost those reels, TikToks, whatever. We appreciate it.
Yep.
And we'll see you next week ahead of Phoenix.
See you next week.